Hello students, welcome to a lesson through the virtual training center of the Brihan Mumbai Mahanagar Palika. My name is Shraddha teacher, and in this lockdown period, since we are not able to go to school, children, we will be doing many lessons here online through the virtual class. So come on, let's proceed to our lesson for today. So children, today we will be starting a lesson in standard 2nd English, and this is the first video that I'm putting out for you for standard 2nd. So before we go to the actual lesson, children, we will also take a quick look at our textbook. Okay, and what is the lesson that we are going to do for today? Let me give you a clue using this picture, children. So what do you see in this picture here? You see a river. Okay, you can see water also in the river, and there is something which is connecting both sides of the river, and there is a car and there is a big van passing on this. What do you call this thing? Yes, you call it a bridge. Alright, so today we are going to do lesson number 1.1 from your English textbook, and it is a beautiful poem about rainbows, and the name of the poem is Bridge. So we are going to start with this particular poem today, but like I told you, since this is the first video where we are meeting each other, we are going to look at a textbook also before we move on. So see children, this is your standard 2nd textbook. Okay, we call it as the Bal Bharati textbook, and if you look at the picture on the textbook, there are two beautiful children like you all. Okay, and they are learning so many things from their nature. So around them you can see the rainbow, you can see birds, you can see clouds, you can see butterflies, flowers, grass, etc. So you will learn a lot of things regarding your surroundings, and you will learn many new words in English regarding all these things in this particular textbook. Now this is the front page of your textbook, children. Let us go and see the back cover of your textbook. So see, this is the back cover. Isn't it really very beautiful? So in the front cover you could just see birds and butterflies, but here you can see so many animals, isn't it? You can see the elephant, the giraffe, the deer, a rabbit. You can see the swan swimming in the pond, and of course again you will be able to see the rainbow. So since there is a lot of rainbow on the front cover page also and on the back side cover also, let us start by learning a poem about rainbows. And what did I tell you? We are going to do lesson number 1.1 today, and the name of the lesson is Bridges or Bridge. B-R-I-D-G-E, Bridge. Okay, so now this is the poem which is there in your textbook. Now what I will do is I will read each line of this poem for you, and later on, children, we will go to each line separately and we will understand what that line means. We will try and understand the meaning of the words in that line aram se. Okay, but now in the beginning, let me just read the poem for you, and if you have your textbooks with you, you can open your textbook. You can come to lesson number 1.1, Bridge, to this particular poem, and you can try to read along with me. I'm going to mark which line I will read. Okay, so it will be easy for you to follow. So come on, let's start by reading this poem. So I'm marking the first line and I'm going to start reading the first line. So boats sail on the rivers and ships sail on the seas. Let me repeat it if you want to read it with me. Boats sail on the rivers and ships sail on the seas, but clouds that sail across the sky are prettier than these. Once again, let's go back to the 4 lines once again. You can start reading with me. Let me read the first line again for you. Boats sail on the rivers and ships sail on the seas, but clouds that sail across the sky are prettier than these. Next lines, children. There are bridges on the rivers, as pretty as you please. Once again, there are bridges on the rivers, as pretty as you please. But the bow that bridges heaven and overtops the trees and builds a road from earth to sky is prettier far than these. Once again, we go and read the last 4 lines. So this is just a practice in reading for you. I'm going to explain each line separately. Okay? Once again, let's read the last 4 lines. You can read along with me. But the bow that bridges heaven and overtops the trees and builds a road from earth to sky is prettier far than these. Okay, and see, there is something written in pink color over here. What is written? It is the name of the person who's written this poem, and her name is Christina Rossetti. So see, she is Christina Rossetti. And what is this particular bridge that she is talking about? She is talking about the rainbow. Now, how do you say that she is talking about the rainbow? You will learn about it when we will read the poem. Okay? So come on now, let us go and read each line from this poem. It's going to be very interesting because I'm going to show you lots and lots of pictures. So are you ready to read each line of this poem separately and understand the meanings also? Come on, let's move. So see, this is the first line in our poem. Boats sail on the rivers. So what is this thing which is sailing? It is a boat. Okay? Boats sail on the rivers. Now children, there is one word on this page which is in a different color. That is, it is in red color. What is the word? It is rivers. R-I-V-E-R-S. Rivers. Now keep this word in mind. Okay, because towards the end of the lesson we have an activity where we are supposed to read all these words. That is why these particular words I have marked them in red. Okay, so boats sail on the rivers. So what is a river? See, this is a river. All of you have been to a river, isn't it? You must, if you're living in a village, you must have seen lots of rivers. But if you're living in a city, then you must have seen rivers on TV, or when you go for a picnic, sometimes you go to a riverside. Okay, so this is a river. In Hindi, we call it as a nadi. Alright, so let us go back and see the line here. Boats sail on the river. So see, this is a boat, and it is, what is it doing? It is sailing. And where is it sailing? It is sailing on the river. Okay, and this is a river we saw. Let's look at the next one now. And ships sail on the seas. So what is this? This is a ship. Okay, that was a boat, but this is a ship. And the ships, where do they sail? They sail on the seas. So boats, they sail on the river, and ships, they sail on the seas. Let us read the 2 words marked with red here. So S-H-I-P-S, ships, and S-E-A-S, seas. Okay, let's move on. Let's see what a sea is. See, this is a sea. Have you all gone to a seashore? We also call it as a beach. Isn't it? We enjoy playing on the beach. The waves come and they hit us and they go back. Isn't it? So this is a sea. Let's go to the next line now. Before that, let us look at the difference between a boat and a ship. So see, a boat also sails on water, but it is smaller in size. So a boat is small and a ship is big. Okay, that is why you will see that boats sail on rivers which are smaller, and the ship cannot sail on a river because the river might be small. So ships always they sail on seas. Okay, so this is the difference between a boat and a ship. So we will take so many small pieces of information also as we do the lessons. Okay children, let us move on with our poem now. Let's look at what is next. But clouds that sail across the skies. See, all these white cotton kind things, they are called as clouds. What do we call clouds in Marathi? We call them dhag, isn't it? But clouds that sail across the skies. So where do the clouds sail? They sail across the skies. Let us read the words written in red here. C-L-O-U-D-S, clouds. A-C-R-O-S-S, across. S-K-I-E-S, skies. But clouds that sail across the skies are prettier than these. Okay, they are very pretty. When you see something pretty, when you see something very beautiful, what do you say? Oh, pretty, you say, isn't it? So the clouds in the sky are very prettier compared to the boats and the ships. That is what the Christina wants to say here. Alright, and what is the word which I have marked in red for you? It is prettier. P-R-E-T-T-I-E-R, prettier. Okay, so let us read this line again. Once again, let's read the previous lines. But clouds that sail across the skies are prettier than these. Alright children, so what is the next line in our poem? It is there are bridges on the rivers. So what is this on a river? What can you see? In the beginning of the poem also we saw, isn't it? There was a river and there was a bridge on it, and there were vehicles coming and going on the bridge. See, so this is a bridge which is there on a river. So why do people build bridges on rivers, children? To connect the two parts of the river, to connect the two banks of the river. Okay, there are bridges on the rivers. Which word is marked in red here? Yes, it is bridges. B-R-I-D-G-E-S, bridges. There are bridges on the rivers. You can read the poem even now with me, okay? As I'm reading this, you can keep on reading the lines with me. So you will get practice in reading also. As pretty as you please. So these bridges are also very pretty. The bridges on the rivers, they are very pretty. Okay? So the poet, the Christina Rossetti, the poetess, she loves these bridges. She likes to see the clouds in the sky, and she also likes the boats and the ships. Okay, but what is pretty? According to her, the bridges on the rivers and the clouds in the sky are very pretty. Okay, then what does she say? She says, but the bow that bridges heaven. So just like the bridge joins the two parts of the river, in the same way the bow that bridges heaven, well, means which joins you to heaven. That is what she's saying. So there are two words over here, B-O-W, bow, and H-E-A-V-E-N, heaven. bow, B-O-W, bow, and H-E-A-V-E-N, heaven. But the bow that bridges heaven. Now before we go to the next line in the poem, I want to show you something interesting about a word which is there in this, and that word is bow. See, there are two meanings to this bow, okay? One bow can be this bow which people wear near the collar, and the other bow means the action of bending, okay? So we have a rainbow, may we have one bow. This is a bow. Bending is a bow. So see children, in English, one word could have many different meanings. And that is what I wanted to show you an example using bow. B-O-W, bow. Okay, so let's come back to our poem and let's read the next line. And overtops the trees. So, what bow is the poetess talking about? The bow which connects you to heaven. Heaven means the skies. And overtops the trees. Overtops the trees means goes over the trees. See, it is going above the tree, isn't it? And overtops the trees. Let me read the spelling of overtops over here for you. It is O-V-E-R-T-O-P-S, overtops. Now remember children, all these words which are written in red, you will have to read them towards the end of the lesson, okay? So remember, I'm reading it again and again for you. So it is overtops. Alright, moving on with our poem. And builds a road from earth to sky. So what is this rainbow doing actually? Just like the bridge is building a road from one side of the river to the other side, the rainbow is building a road from the earth to the sky. Earth means land and sky means something which you can see above you. Asman you call it, isn't it? But can you walk on this road, children? You can walk on the road which you build on land. But can you walk on this rainbow? You cannot. Okay? And builds a road from earth to sky. So which is the word in red here? It is earth. E-A-R-T-H. Earth to sky is prettier far than these. So the rainbow which builds a road between the earth and the sky is prettier than these. These means what? It is prettier than the boat, it is prettier than the seas, it is prettier than the river, the ship, the clouds. Okay, so this is prettier than everything else. What is prettier than everything else? The rainbow. Alright, so this is the meaning of the poem. The poetess Christina wants to talk about the rainbow, and she's saying that the rainbow is prettier than so many other things that you see around you. Alright, so just like you built a bridge between two sides of a river. Now what are the sides of the river called, children? They're called as bank. See, so this river has got one bank here and another bank there. And if you want to go from this side of the river to that side of the river, what will you do? If you know to swim, then it is very good. Otherwise, then you will have to build a bridge. Okay, so this bridge, just like the bridge connects the banks of the river or sides of the river, in the same way, there is the land or the earth and there is the skies. And what is that bridge which connects the land with the skies? Yes, it is the rainbow. Alright, so wasn't that a very interesting poem where the poetess says that the rainbow is like a road, or it is like a path, or it is like a bridge which connects the land with the sky. And she also feels that it is the most prettiest of all things that she has seen. So she's seen a number of things, like she's seen the clouds, she's seen boats and ships and rivers and seas. But what is most beautiful for her? So what is prettier than all of those things that she has seen? It is the rainbow. Okay, children, so that was the poem Bridge for you. Now let us look at a few exercises which are part of this particular poem. So see, there is this particular exercise in your textbook. Some of the answers I will give you, and the remaining answers you will have to find out. So that will be your assignment. So let us look at the first one. Write down the things that have the following colors. So which things are violet in color, children? Have you seen violet things around you? I have seen a brinjal or brinjals which are violet in color, and I have also seen certain flowers which are violet in color. What about you? Think whether you have seen anything which is violet in color. What about indigo? Now indigo means dark blue color. Okay, so I have seen berries which are dark blue in color, and also I have seen the colors on a peacock which is indigo. Alright, what about blue color, children? So I've seen a butterfly which is very pretty and it is blue. And also I have a bottle at home which is blue in color. Okay, what about green color? Green color is a very common color, isn't it? We all have seen this color. So leaves around us, they are green in color. Okay, and you must have seen these kind of worms which are green in color. Now the remaining three, yellow, orange and red. Think, look around you, observe what things can you see which are yellow in color, orange in color and red in color. Write the names of 2 such things. Okay, now let us talk about these different colors. See, violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, red. So we have been talking about the rainbow in this poem. So all these, children, they are the colors of the rainbow. So there are 7 colors to the rainbow, and they are violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange and red. So let us learn some more things about the rainbow. Come on. So let's talk about the rainbow. So rainbows, where are they seen? They are seen in the sky because they bridge the earth and the sky, as we just saw, isn't it? Something else can you say about the rainbow? Yes, we see it during which season mostly? We see it during the rainy season. So when it is raining, at that time during the rainy season, we get to see the rainbow. One more thing that you can say about the rainbow is that a rainbow has how many colors? It has 7 colors. And which are the 7 colors of the rainbow, children? It is violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange and red. And see, I have underlined all the first letters of each color. And short form we say Vibgyor. If you want to remember the colors of the rainbow, you remember this word Vibgyor. V-I-B-G-Y-O-R. So V stands for violet, I stands for indigo, B stands for blue, G stands for green, Y stands for violet, Y stands for yellow, O stands for orange, and R stands for red. Isn't it? So we learned so many things about the rainbow in this lesson. Let's do the last exercise in our textbook now. Remember, I told you that remember the names of all the words which are written in red, because towards the end of the lesson I might ask you to look at the word and say it. That is, I will ask you to read the words. So come on, let us see whether you are able to read these words. If you are able to, well and good. Otherwise, I will read it for you once again. So which is the first word here? Come on, it is, yes, it is R-I-V-E-R, river. Second word, you can read it before me. I'm halting, I'm pausing so that you can read it. Okay, and then I will read it anyways for you. S-K-Y, sky. S-E-A, sea. C-L-O-U-D-S, clouds. B-R-I-D-G-E-S, bridges. H-E-A-V-E-N, heaven. A-C-R-O-S-S, across. E-A-R-T-H, earth. P-R-E-T-T-I-E-R, prettier. S-H-I-P, ships. B-O-W, bow. And the last one is O-V-E-R-T-O-P-S, over tops. So we have read these words so many times that this word comes up anywhere in your book. You should be able to look at the word and say it. Alright children, so that was all for today. We did the poem Bridge. We understood the meaning of the poem. We did the meaning of the words in the poem. We got a little bit extra information also about some words, isn't it? And then we did some exercises also in the poem.
So children, now you have watched the video. So after you watch the video now, you will have to complete a few simple tasks. Now you might have watched the video on your computers or your laptops or your mobile phones. Now after you watch the video, what will you do? You will please go to the description box which is given below the video. So what is the description box? See, the description box looks like this. Alright, and after you go to the description box, you will see that there are a few questions there. Now what are these questions about? These questions are about the lesson that we just learned or the video that you just watched. So what will you do? You will think back properly about the lesson and you will try and answer these questions and note down the answers in your notebook if you want. Okay? After that, we have another task waiting. You will also click on the link which you will find in the description box to fill up the Google form. So now what is the Google form, children? It is nothing but a simple form. There are a few simple questions there about the video which you just saw and also about yourself. So these are the tasks now that you will have to complete after you watch each video. So let us take a quick look at the questions that you have for this particular lesson. So as I told you, you will find these questions in the description box. So question number 1 will be, what sails on the rivers? Question 2, what sails across the skies? Question 3 will be, name 2 things which are blue in color. And the last question for this lesson will be, name 2 things which are yellow in color. So try and answer these questions, children, and then we will know how much you have learned from this video. So children, wasn't that a very interesting lesson? I'm sure you learned a lot of new things in this lesson. If you have liked this video, please hit the like button and also subscribe to my video so that you will get to see all the videos which I keep posting regularly.